Hello, my name is Katie Asko and you're watching Shalom World News. Throughout the Holy Father's ongoing papal visit to Malta, we are bringing you special bulletins with the news highlights from each day. The Holy Father began his apostolic visit to Malta on Saturday, April 2nd, by paying a courtesy visit to President George Vella and Prime Minister Robert Abela at the Grand Master's Palace. It was reported that the Holy Father discussed a host of issues with the heads of state during the in-camera session. The flight from Rome carrying the Holy Father, his entourage and journalists landed at the Malta International Airport at 10 a.m. local time. Soon after touchdown, President Vella received the Holy Father with a red carpet welcome on the tarmac. Two children welcomed the Holy Father to the luminous land with a bouquet, and they in turn were gifted by the Pope himself. The Holy Father received a ceremonial guard of honour, and a military band played the Vatican national anthem. On the tarmac, Prime Minister Abela and other dignitaries also welcomed the Pope. Present with them were the Apostolic Nuncio to Malta, the Archbishop of Malta, the Bishop of Gozo, and Cardinal Mario Grech, Secretary General of the Synod of Bishops. In his address to Maltese civil authorities and members of the diplomatic corps, the Holy Father Pope Francis expressed deep concern over the icy wind of war blowing from the east in a veiled reference to the conflict in Eastern Europe. The pontiff also slammed the perpetrator of the conflict without naming anyone in particular. Invoking the imagery of the south wind, he urged Maltese believers to welcome with open arms migrants and refugees in the same manner in which their ancestors welcomed St. Paul, who was shipwrecked. The Pope also cautioned the Maltese against sacrificing their roots for the unwanted trends and ideologies that might come from the West and which threaten to undermine the Christian identity of the island. During the flight to Malta, the Holy Father Pope Francis received a special gift from an African migrant whom he will personally meet on Sunday afternoon at the Pope John XXIII Peace Lab. The gift is a painting made by a migrant named Daniel from Africa, and it shows his own boat capsizing as he travelled on a rubber dinghy across the Mediterranean to reach Europe. Unfortunately, his companions perished in the journey. The painting was given to the Pope by Spanish journalist Eva Fernandez, along with a letter from Daniel, in which he writes, "I'm not sure if this painting reflects what I really feel, because my heart is still bleeding. A part of my soul was ripped out that day." On Saturday afternoon, the pontiff departed for the island of Gozo on board the catamaran Maria Dolores. On the island, he prayed at the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Blessed Virgin of Tapanu, which houses the miraculous image of Our Lady of the Assumption. 3,000 people had gathered on the premises of the Basilica to hail the pontiff with hymns and chants of Papa Francesco. The Pope prayed before the miraculous image in the Blessed Sacrament Chapel and recited the customary 3 Hail Marys. He then handed over the Golden Rose to Maltese Cardinal Mario Grech, Secretary General of the Synod of Bishops, as a gift to the Marian Sanctuary. Later, he listened to testimonies of Maltese believers outside the Basilica before leading a prayer service. In his homily, the pontiff stressed that Malta is a treasure in the Church and for the Church, urging the faithful to be animated with the faith and take the gospel everywhere. The Pope also stressed that the joy of the Church is evangelizing. Today, on his final day on the island of Malta, the Holy Father will have a private meeting with members of the Society of Jesus, to which he belongs, at the Apostolic Nunciature of Rabat. This will be followed by a visit to St. Paul's Grotto in Rabat, where the saint first landed after being shipwrecked in 60 AD. Later, Pope Francis will celebrate Holy Mass in Piazzale dei Granai in Floriana, where he will recite the Sunday Angelus. The Pope will then address the migrants at the John XXIII Peace Lab Centre in Halfar in the afternoon. The John XXIII Peace Lab has been welcoming refugees and asylum seekers entering Europe since 1971. Since its establishment, the Peace Lab has provided housing for migrants and refugees for the past 20 years and has become a beacon of hope and justice for the needy. The farewell ceremony will take place at the Malta International Airport, from where he will fly back to Rome. Those are your latest headlines. Visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.